Animal rebellion, not extinction rebellion. Over there. Coming up to Downing Street. Let's get to Downing Street.
It's one for the history books.
We issued a statement in May. The media had no response. This is the second time they came to our government to try and negotiate with them for the future of every life on this planet. We are giving Boris Johnson, George Eustace, Secretary for the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, and our government in negotiating with us on those demands. If that hasn't happened by the end of this month, I really don't want to non-private direct ensuring necessary changes for their future and the future of every single living being on the planet.
This is my message to you, Boris Johnson. You've got a few days left of office. It's going to be a hard ride, and I know it's going to Is this the end of it?
No, we're
Everyone's like, oh,
We've been asked to keep up with the group, everyone, please.
There you go, Animal Rebellion holding up the whole of London. What? Why?
Section 3 corner on this, so it's criminal damage, okay?
You having a laugh? Is there a second off, right? They got, look, 4 coppers around it. Why haven't they got a barrier around it like last time? The Animal Rebellion has brought the whole of London to a standstill. Look. I'm not going to stand here for these speeches. I'm going to go off and find out where the police are with the vans. So,
Are we filming? Not quite yet.
Why?
Last week, in about 6 hours time. I'll leave you through.
hi, Min, how you doing?
I'll show you when we're in the shade. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't the police vans.
Yeah, I love it. I love this. Dominating. Hello.
What do you want me to do in a minute?
Where's the vans all go? Oh, they're there on the other side of the road.
GT talking to me. Yeah, I think that's a lovely. Are you on the train?
We are looking at happy days.
No.
Here is the police presence for Animal Rebellion. I will change the title later because it's Animal Rebellion, not Extinction Rebellion.
Hello and welcome to the final destination of 2022 Animal Rights March. That's you. Can you hear yourself? Can you hear yourself all the way through London, all the way into the future? How we are going to march, not only in the streets, but into the history of animal rights and change the world forever. So anyone who is just arriving, I would like to invite you to come to the middle of the square and settle down. If you can, maybe in the shades. You can also come here in the front, if you like. And then I'm going to introduce 6 speakers who are going to tell you about their unique insights and experience in animal rights. But before I do that, I would love to honor all the groups who came here today from all around the country and maybe around the world. I would like to welcome and give huge love to everybody who's fighting against for anti-vivisection. I would like to also welcome everybody who is working with the HANSABs. Big love. Big love to free MDR Beagles and the Beagle Camp. A lot of love to everybody who's fighting to stop Better Car forever. I want to send a lot of love to all the vegan outreachers, to everybody who's doing Cube of Truth week after week, to all the animal sanctuary owners and volunteers. To the animal freedom movement. And last but not least, Animal Rebellion, who if you missed what just happened a few minutes ago, Animal Rebellion delivered a letter to the government, and in particular to Boris Johnson, to ask and demand him to spend his last few days changing what he has been doing wrong the whole time, and really make it count. And so Animal Rebellion is again, the demands were delivered, and we trust this is going to be a turning point in history, and he's going to respond incredibly. We know we can do that. And if not, Animal Rebellion is going to come back in September and disrupt in 5 days, don't stop. We will stop there.
Hello, mate. Oh, yeah.
I could have got a massive site. Yeah, and then starting to sell it.
They're all trapped in this human-created sabotage system. And so I would like to then invite us to look at each other and what we have been through together and what is waiting for us. Some people might say marches make no difference. And you might have asked this question to yourself at times. What's the point of coming out here today to march with a few hundred people? But I would like us to remember that marches have never been the end of any social justice movement. A march is always the start. At the march, we build trust, we build community, we see that we are not alone, and we have people to rely on to do this work. Today is a time like never before in history. Morality, science, values on climate, on the food system, on human well-being and non-human well-being of our societies are fully aligned. We are the generation who are going to liberate animals. I would like to send respect and love to each and every one of you for everything you have done and will do. And now I'm just going to introduce 6 people, our friends who have been doing this work for a while now. And at first, I would like to invite someone to the stage who I really honor and value. She's a true voice for justice. This is Valerie, a writer, a speaker and animal rights, and the founder of Empathy Project. She speaks about animal cruelty at the intersection, and this is over to you, Val.
Either one, you can get dying. Yeah, they all need to see
and the sounds that you heard were like nothing I ever heard. I couldn't tell what animals were making those sounds. They were high-pitched screams with entreaty and pain and deep fear and calls for help that had never come. It was heartbreaking. And afterwards they interviewed the celebrities, and one of them said, I didn't realise they're torturing these animals. They're breaking their spines. They're killing them. They're chopping their heads off. It's disgusting. It's forceful chewing down necks. It's removal of body parts. It's no anesthesia. It's cruelty.
You're right, that's right.
You're fine. No.
Like they expect to set up.
I only have respect for markings. That's it. That's how it works.
My role at the minute is I have responsibility for this square, and I'm not in a position to go somewhere else and have that conversation.
No offence taken, but we're happy to help if you want to talk to us or whatever. No, this is a bit sensitive, you know?
These fire officers will be more than happy to help you.
Not with what? No, we'll leave it. No, well, we'll leave it. It's good. Thank you, anyway. Look, drop the grin, love.
Listening to their friends being slaughtered by September, 1,422 dolphins slaughtered in the Faroe Islands.
Are you interested in that? No, he's with me.
Outrage. They killed another 99. If you need numbers, let me run through some numbers. 26 million dogs in the book trade.
I can't say because
1.5 billion cows.
Huh? No, do you want me to walk off?
no, it's all right. If he's got a tool,
Do you want to talk to him? I can walk off and come back.
it's all right.
So,
Right, nothing.
yeah, it's all right. I'll speak to you in a minute, yeah.
This is murder on an industrial scale, and we have to stop it. I came into animal rights largely because of my dog. This is an uncommon. She's a remarkable creature. She's a little mutt, a little husky. Her name's Max. And I've had animals before. I've had animals before, but there's something about her. There's something about her.
But your dog eats meat, love. She's talking about her dog. Like dogs, when you own dogs, they have to eat meat.
And as I was lying at the bottom of the stairs, curled up on the floor holding my ankle, she came round me and she curled into my side, desperately looking for a way to protect me. When my partner and my daughter were playing fight, she didn't get it, so she stepped in between them. She's everything. And she tries to stop the fighting with her own body. And it was because of her that finally, when I came across something called the Yulin Dog Week Festival, I could not process what I was seeing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That Chinese meat thing does need to be shut down. That is animal cruelty.
Were being tortured to death for food. And inevitably, from Yulin, I went into all the other systems of animal agriculture that exist today. And it is everywhere. This is when I started to realize that animal abuse is cross-cultural, it's global, it's endemic, it is everywhere. And so when people think that animal rights activists...
It's a double-edged sword. You're talking about owning a dog, but a dog has to eat meat.
They are so wrong. We are here because we are torn apart by grief and rage. And we are told that when we try to change things, that we are the criminals. But actually it is what goes on behind the slaughterhouse walls. Those are the real crimes. What goes on in the laboratories that test on animals. Those are the real crimes, and they may not be crimes in law, but they are crimes against humanity, against compassion, against innocence.
Right, that dog was
against
chewing
life,
rawhide.
against
It's meat.
animals. It is time, as George Monbiot has put it, for a new ethics, a 21st century morality, a wider moral compass. We have to challenge everything. We have to reframe everything. How do we do this? We take to the streets like today. We march. We find ways to speak to those who do not want to listen. And fuck me, I know that's hard. And we make the invisible visible. We bring the hidden into the light. We use language. It's not leather, it's the skin of a cow who wanted to live. It's not veal, it's the body of an unweaned calf shipped hundreds of miles from his mother. It's not animal agriculture, it's the slaughter of billions of centipedes.
Can I ask, what about pedigree chum that your dog eats?
Just like us.
I'm for
It's not
animal
biodiversity loss,
animal
it's
improvement in
communities
welfare,
of animals,
but
of individuals
you own
dying
dogs and
because
dogs
we
have to eat meat.
Destroyed their world, the natural world, our world, in our greed and our cruelty. And we tell their stories. We tell their stories of their sacrifice, of their love for each other, their courage, their defiance, and their struggle. Because these are the stories that could help us finally understand what they lose and what we lose in their annihilation. We must never let the animals and their suffering be invisible again. And we end animal agriculture. We crush the meat and dairy industries. Believe me, we will never stop animal cruelty until we stop animal agriculture, until we stop seeing animals as things that we consume, We will also never stop seeing them as things that we can beat and skin and torture and experiment on. That is why I consider lifestyle veganism not a lifestyle choice. It is a political choice to resist the hegemony of the multinational conglomerate. To resist misogyny by rejecting a system built on commodifying the bodies of mothers.
Oh, here we go.
To end climate and ecological destruction and to confront the culture of cruelty that is rotting us from the inside out. Finally, what we have to do is come together, and I want to quote Dr. Laila Kassim from Animal Think Tank, something she said last August. If we want to end the moral atrocity of what we do to our animal kin, if we want to build a kinder, more beautiful world, where slaughterhouses no longer exist.
A woman was talking about how lovely her dog is, and she wants animal welfare improved, but then your dog does eat meat as well, so where do you draw the line?
Demand change. In this time, we must practice and model the compassion towards each other and to other species that we will need to go forward into the challenged future we are facing. We pay tribute today to the animal activists of the past. We nurture the animal activists of the future. There is no ego here. There is no infighting. All approaches are needed now. Do not let them divide us, because if we are divided, the only ones that suffer are the animals. Animal rights is the greatest social justice issue since human slavery. I really believe that. But the tide is turning. This is an uprising. We have the brilliant Camp Beagle holding NDRA's hostage since July 2021, reminding those of us who have forgotten that there are those who have forgotten what is done to young animals in the name of science. We have animal justice movement who last month freed 5 puppies from NDR Beagles. We have the dairy legal challenge to factory farming and scrap factory farming. We have brilliant acts of non-violent civil disobedience through disruptive mass movement animal rebellion.
How many do you reckon?
We have done so much to raise the awareness of the intersection between climate, animal and social justice. We will be hearing from one of the co-founders, Dan Kidney, later. We have the hunt
Maximum 500.
Stop the cow,
Three,
save movement. Incredible roots working to carve out a better world for ourselves, for animals, for planet, for future generations. We are here today to turn this tide of change faster, to end slaughter, faster, to save the planet, faster. So I ask you here today, in this moment, in this time, of ecological breakdown, to step fully into the role we were always meant to occupy, that of stewards, of tender caretakers of the planet and her animals. Let us heal the rift between ourselves and the natural world, because what, if anything, are animals but the natural world made sentient? And let us put ourselves in service to her repair, to her restoration. In my last two speeches, I quoted the animal rights activist Philip Wallen. As a tribute to you here today, he said this: animal rights activists like you are the bravest of all first responders, because you confront the deeply entrenched status quo, vested interest, industry, politics, and culture. You are living better angels in our nature, and the beacon on the hill. And the day will dawn when civilization will owe you a debt of gratitude that could never repay. You are the beacons on the hill. To the animals, I want to say this, I'm going to paraphrase a speech by Emma Hurst, a member of the New South Wales Legislative Council representing the Animal Justice Party. This is what she said. Our promise to the animals is this: you have all of us. The calves torn from their mothers, we see you. The donkeys in those canyons.
Jesus Christ is the answer to the problems on the planet. Give your life to Jesus, everything will be okay. Repent. Repent of
We see you, the chickens in the factory farms. We see you, the puppies, and envy our bakers. We see you. We know you're suffering. We will never be silent.
Hello,
Throws our way, because the cruelties inflicted on you must end, and we will do all we can to see that happen. We will protect you, stand by you, we will fiercely defend you. You have all of us. Thank you.
Next up is going to be a true inspiration of mine, someone who committed to animal justice and animal liberation at a really early age. And actually she joined Animal Rebellion 3 years ago in a full-time role at such an early age. And actually she also introduced the movement on this same march 2 years ago. So I would like to welcome Esther Solomon, who is now working with Animal Think Tank on building mass resistance for animal liberation. Esther, welcome on the stage.
And the recent bravery of 12 men and women to free 5 million pigs. An Animal Rebellion had a big plan this September to stop the supply of cow meat across the country and to demand a just transition to a better food system and to expose the cruelty behind this horrific industry. Each and every day I see more people stepping up and taking effective action. And we need all of it to happen. But I don't think I need to tell you that we're not there yet, and that we have a long way to go. Movements are strong and brilliant with the dedication of ordinary people and the personal sacrifices that they are willing to make. And I can't forget the time when I ate animals every day and it never even crossed my mind. It wasn't even that I was convinced that that's how it should be, but it wasn't even a question. And at the same time, I faced a world that treated me and my family as almost After the financial crash, we lost our family restaurant because we just couldn't protect it. And I could feel the shift into the darkness that came with that. And I could see on my dad's face that he had also lost a part of himself. I saw my dad and my brother caught in a trap of long working hours, unequal opportunity, and struggling every month to make ends meet. Like so many other families who didn't have any other option. I didn't know then that all of this, my experiences, the experiences of other human beings, and the suffering of all animals all have the same root. I wish I could go back and tell myself that. One of the worst things about growing up poor is that you don't eat right. Because it's not about what you eat, it's about eating. We had a fridge full of processed and packaged animal flesh, all with 100 different chemicals that did nothing but poison us. Now I finally see that animals are subject to an extension of that same system that I saw. One that values profit, selfishness and commodity over protecting and caring for all life. And it's the same roots. We are failing to see ourselves in others. We have abandoned the values to which we owe our deepest loyalties. And what's worse, a failure to manifest our love for other animals, compassion and fairness into law, politics and social systems. And these things shouldn't be separate. Our society should be built on the values that we all share. What a tragedy it is that our economic system is allowed free rein to see anyone and anything as a commodity. And that our government allows this to happen, keeps us in the dark, and follows the lead of these faceless corporations. And then to turn around and convince us that this is the way things are, should, and have always been. But we know the truth. We know the truth. I visited some of the beautiful animal sanctuaries here in the UK, as I know many of you have. And for a moment, I get a glimpse into the future and see us as we're supposed to be. A relationship between humans and other animals that we can truly celebrate. When I see them play, or rest, or breathe, or run, or dance, or look after one another, it reminds me of my own capacity for all of those things. It reminds me that the similarities that we all share with other animals is far greater than our differences. We have all had to witness the brutality of this awful system. And that's what exploitation for animals for clothes, unhealthy food, makeup and trinkets is. It's organised violence. We've all had to see our loved ones turn a blind eye to how animals suffer and are killed. We've had to witness the people around us do nothing to even try and stop it. And we've all been on our own journeys towards a belief in animal freedom, which is why we are here. We are living examples of hope. We know from our own lives that everybody has it in them to change. Society can change and the world can change. Despair and hopelessness is not an option. It's not an option anymore. Freedom for animals is the only option.
About 500.
The possibility of a better world for all of us is there and has always been there. But it's going to take all of us to make that dream a reality. Movements grow great with the dedication of ordinary people and the sacrifices that they are willing to make. We have all seen ways to grow. I spoke at this march 2 years ago, and I'm here now speaking to you again.
I think he's hungry. That dog's hungry.
Volunteer full time. I only live on what I need, so I have time to do dispatch. I take the liberation pledge and refuse to sit by and watch other animals be eaten. I have engaged in civil disobedience and encouraged others to do the same.
A bunch of skateboarders.
Another big reason why I did all these things is because I saw some incredible people around me do the same and support me to take those steps. When we act in ways that are true to our values, without fear, we become limitless. And that's how I'm here. Only through action have I unlocked a level of boundless courage and compassion in myself that I never knew existed. In motion, I fuse my body and my purpose. The line between them disappears and I feel empowered. And this is something worth discovering. And this is where real change comes from. What I see in front of you here is what leadership really looks like. Supporting each other to step out of our comfort zones, stepping into our own power as individuals and as an unstoppable. Spark of change collectively and accountability. How many movements for freedom and justice have preceded us?
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Rights, justice, and democracy, the civil justice, or rights movement, independence, Black Lives Matter, Extinction Rebellion. If they can do it, then we can do it. Change is inevitable and history is littered with examples of moments when we were faced with good and bad and we chose good. We are here together at this point in
What do you want?
history where we have
That's what I think he's after. I think he wants that. Is that what you want?
all odds and beyond all consequences, beyond all hatred and all
I swear, you want that piece of bread? Yeah?
all of us need all of us have fought today.
Is that what you were after? Oh.
And by
It is. Can he eat that? Piece of bread, I think, no.
The way for others to do the same.
But that's what he's after.
Next up, I have someone on my list, and he said,
Yeah, that is what he's after.
however you think. So I'm going to take this chance to introduce this person as my great friend, and also as someone who I greatly value.
No, it's got butter on it because she's not going to let him eat
The
it.
epitome of courage, of leadership. He's the co-founder of animal think tank, Animal Rebellion, and he has also been working with climate justice for a number of years now. I would like to
I've got a chicken sandwich in my bag. Shall I give her a piece of chicken? She might freak out. I wonder what she feeds the dog. You're vegan. What do you feed a dog when you're vegan? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. That dog just wants that bit of bread and butter. It's the only animal product he's going to get. Oh, poor little git. Bet she goes home and feeds him rice. Poor little bastard. That is what he's after. Look at him licking his lips. That is wickedness. Oh my god, dogs are meat eaters. Wicked. He wants a bit of bread and butter. That is so wicked, man. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh. Oh, he's going to try and get it. He's going to try and get it. Oh. He didn't get it. It's so wicked that she walked away from the bread and butter. What a poor It's right, mate, you got boiled rice when you got in. You're only a dog, a carnivore.
Open the fence, charges through, and they all find our phones. I approach the security guard and I say, I know that you are stressed, but we are not here against you. We're just here for the dogs. Please proceed through. Within 4 minutes, we cracked open the doors, and I'm running out with a dog in my arms. And for the first time in their life, they get to see the sky, they get to feel the wind, and they get to experience love. I will never forget the look in their eyes as they look up to me, gentle like a baby. And that night, we find and once the dogs were safe, just before we landed ourselves into the police station against driving. Which, by the way, they dropped the charges and too scared to meet us to drive. So we stood up and the first station was So before we landed ourselves into the station, I said to Ben, what was going through your head in that moment? Why did you
Oh, that little French bulldog, he still wants that little bit of bread and butter.
He said, if there is one thing I learned in this movement,
didn't.
And he said, when things seem lost, we just have to act anyway. Nothing is possible. And so that's the statement which I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life. And it's because right now we take absolute trash, like 73 billion animals, 2.4 trillion food animals being killed every year. That number is expected to double by 2050. It's expected to double. It's currently increasing at a rate without increased population. We're in a climate ecological malady. We have the ex-scientific advisor in the British government research on the there for a long time. And what they said is we have 2 years before we fail to act. We have top scientists around the world saying we face a collapse. That's 2 years. Top scientists around the world saying that by 2040 we're going to have 50% of multi-bread baskets, which means the main producing food producing regions around the world will no longer be able to steal from extreme weather, and yet it will then mass starvation. We have predicted that by 2050 there will be between 1 and 3 billion people in power, Boris Johnson, Tony Blair, politicians all over the place, know that this is happening, but they are not changing the system. They're not doing it. And I believe that there's many reasons why
Well, that poor little dog is starving for a crisp.
they're not doing it because they can't actually imagine a world beyond the one we have now. They can't imagine a world where we have killed our relationships and live with a sense of harmony. But the people here in this crowd, we can imagine a world where animals are free. We can imagine a world where nature is restored and the forests come back and the oceans get revived. We can imagine that world. We can imagine a world of living in harmony with nature. And this is of such importance because we know again from the science that the most important thing that we can do to deal with the climate crisis and to deal with the mass extinction crisis is to bring back those forests and to restore those oceans. And when the UN brought together the top scientists who cover biodiversity and climate issues, what they said was that the thing that holds us back from doing what is required is animal farming and fishing. It is the people here who hold that message in their hearts and believe that the transformative change can happen. It is the animal rights movement who have always pushed the message that this change can happen. For years, the environmental movement touched this issue, which is why we had to create Animal Rebellion. The animal rights activists had to come in and bring that message to the world. And in 2019, we brought that conversation in and we went and occupied Smithfield's meat market and we transformed the global conversation. And along with campaigns like Veganuary and many other groups, what we have done is transform that conversation and make sure that's part of the conversation. And then we're having campaigns in councils, like the Feed Our Future campaign have passed motions in Oxford Council,
Yeah?
Cambridge Council.
Yeah.
What is it?
Busker in the Park.
Say again?
Busker in the Park.
Basker in the Park. That's it. I knew it, but I couldn't place it. How's things?
Yeah, good, right?
Warming up.
Yeah.
Sprung up
Do you come to all the protests then?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
And is that just like out of interest or?
No, I filmed the footage for my channel.
Oh right, okay, I'm with you.
They're not asking for a vegan option. They're not
Busker in the
asking
park.
for Military Mondays. They're
Busker
asking
in the
for
park.
fully
Yeah.
What do you do when there's no protests on? What do you
What?
film then?
Horse Guards Parade.
And do you make money off it? Like on the YouTube
We
or
are
not?
stepping up.
Do you make money off the YouTube?
I'm not discussing that on here.
Oh no, I was just curious. Is it like a
sign
full-time
up.
thing
If
or is
you're
it
a
like
student, do
a?
sign up.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, that's all
And most crucially,
Yeah.
pay the dairy industry. We're going to go day after day after day with love in our hearts, and we're going to stop the supply of milk.
Yeah, what?
No, Russell.
Yeah, what? Russell, yeah.
Yeah. How do you know him? You're not in any trouble, and it's fine to
No.
film. It's not a problem.
No, he's just like his name from the protest. Why?
You do? Oh, okay. I just, if you know him, then he's a bit sort of all over the place at the minute. He's a bit sort of anxious and all this and that. I don't know whether you know about it, how much you know, but he's a bit all over the place. And so if you're his friend, then that's fine. But he just needs to sort of go home, really. He's not in any trouble. He's not done anything wrong. He's just, I don't know really why he's here. I don't think he's really part of the protest.
You want to tell him?
Well, if you want to.
Russell, you right? You right?
Yeah.
They've told me to tell you to go home.
Well, why should I go home then? Well, wait, this is my land.
Yeah, you can.
It's his land, yours. Why would you want him to go home and bring in more foxes? And human beings? Why come you not asking them what they're doing? They look like they're breaking the law. You come up to us and spoke to us.
If you want to hang about here for the rest of the day, have a wander around, you know what's going to stop you. He's just wondering if you want to know.
Your accent. Yeah. This is a God thing.
Huh?
This is a God thing.
What is?
Well, I've got him for a moot all this time. Are you from that kind of way?
No.
You might have been sent here to check down there, but he's alright, yeah, bring him up. And then you might see what they're like. Because if I move up to Angus Cole, I guarantee I'll be snooped on up there.
You want to keep talking to us, or are you happy just to hang around?
Because you approached our colleagues, the spectrum.
You're free to carry on with your duty, yes, I apologise for your...
No, it's fine. We're happy to
I don't want to sort of, you know, there's rapists and murderers out there, right? You know what I mean, boss? You know what I mean? You've got to be careful.
Russell, is there anything else we can help you with? We'll look away. We'll put them through.
Don't call me a dickhead because I can hear it even if you're over there.
We didn't say that. You're not.
Listen, we're not saying that, alright?
That's good line. You've got blue eyes.
Not as nice as mine. That's what he said, look after yourself, and if you don't need something else, we'll leave it as that. We're going to put a report on street and look at the other stuff for the neighbour. That's all we can do.
Before you go, when you do, if you do, all of your breath.
Well, to be honest, we're
because I've had this thing, COVID thing. Nasty one.
just look after yourself, alright?
I appreciate it.
10 minutes break now for everybody to be able to maybe find a toilet, get some water, get some
find them
food.
up.
Don't come back if you have three absolute legends.
They said to me, are you with him? I said, why?
You did.
Like sign up.
They're not the same anymore. They're not the same. They're different. London, eh? If you're a sort of suspected Brexiteer in London, well, you can't. What was it like with Brexit up here, man?
Yeah.
They were always honest, you know. Oh, you can't. Yeah. You can't put your flags out and all that. It's horrible. Did you think he was looking for you?
Who?
What's his name? Marco.
It's Mark.
You know, Mark the Italian.
Oh yeah, I saw him. Yeah.
Getting on me fucking. He's getting on me nerves. No, I just said to him, look, I don't like being lied to about that I'm the father to two children who were twins, and then you told me 34 years later. Yeah, it ain't fucking right. It ain't right. Anyway, I've got to calm down, innit? It's the heat, it does things to you.
Yeah.
Those things you got one. You got to wind them up. Yeah, it's what you got to do. You've got to give them like imaginary stories. That's what you've got to do to them. Yeah, and they go, you see that way, what he's just said to us, right? He reckons he's the real dad of Angelique Kerr. Right? And if you've seen them, they're like this. Oh, what a dickhead he is. And then later on, they'll come across a photo of Angelique Kerr and they'll remember the look of it and they'll go, that bloke was telling the truth. That's what happens.
Like a photo.
What's this? What is it? The animal?
Animal rights. Vegans.
Is that? We've got 18 million people in this country.
Because they've got dogs over. Don't dogs eat meat?
That's just exactly what I said. Some dog was just squealing over there. I'm like, why would you bring a dog out in this weather?
Yeah.
If you love animals that much.
Do you know what? I never thought of that. Hey, fucking.
Yeah, but if they're vegan, what do they feed? What do they feed the dog if they're vegan though?
Can you go like that? Oh, that's beautiful. What does that represent?
Well, that is a Hong Kong flag.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
born
Hong
in
Kong. Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad was in the army, so yeah.
My auntie's husband,
Yep.
back in the 80s, was a Lynx pilot,
Yep.
and he was stationed, I don't know where in Hong Kong, but he was stationed there.
Yep.
Me and my sister, they came back, Auntie Helen came back, they was all about Hong Kong, and they love the Britain. These matching dressing down, big dragon on the back. Oh, bless you. Oh, I could tear up because they've all gone now, you know.
Yeah, we have
Oh, I don't know about the auntie,
silk pictures of Hong Kong. Little dragons and stuff.
Guys, let me ask you: would you like me to go on a big tour bus ride and live stream it?
This is our land. We will defend it. This land does not belong to fucking anyone. I don't care how much money you've got. I don't care if you own that or not. You don't own it. He owns it. We just rent it. And what we're doing to each other, I think this hot weather's for a reason. It's him.
Because Horse Guard Parade is closed because of this lot, because they thought that they might attack the horses. So, not attack the horses, attack the guards over the horses, sorry. So all of Horse Guards Parade got shut down. Alright guys, I'm going to end this here now, then I will come back. If I live again, it will be on the big bus tour ride, okay? Alright, I'll catch you all later.
You didn't say it.